Well, you want to get started, Human, and we'll just kind of
Yeah.
If Sven can figure it out.
Cool.
You guys do your thing. I'll do stuff in the background.
All right, cool. So what is up, everyone? Pretty cool. I saw Reslone was back in for the NFT side of things. Pretty crazy, the world right now. All of it. I mean, World War III might be happening. Canada decided that they're going to just, I don't know, take over the world of crypto and just be able to acquire assets without any sort of, actual lawful order.
That's scary. They're like freezing people's bank accounts.
Yeah.
Without any due process.
It's nuts. And now the U.S. has just, we have this Biden executive order coming in, and the FBI has now been tasked as well. So, at the beginning of this project, we talked about regulation coming, and wow, did they just turn up the heat incredibly quick. So crypto winter, it's here. It's we've been in a bear market for around 3 months now, and I know in crypto it's not a real bear market until you're down 90%, which is obnoxious, but hey, that's the world of crypto. But by definition, we have been in a bear market, being longer than 90 days with greater than a 20% fall. So things have not been good overall in the world of crypto. Sorry, let me just close this. There we go. So yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know how you're all feeling, but it is a wild time for crypto in the world, really, as a whole. And then, of course, you have, what just happened with OpenSea. And my God, it's just, one piece of bad news after the next of just terrible overall market conditions. And what happened with OpenSea is it actually kind of excites me. I know that's terrible, but it's actually kind of exciting to me because, I've been developing out this NFT marketplace, and all the core functionality is done at this stage. There's just a few more things on the smart contract that needs to be tidied up, but now I want to really rethink the security features that I've implemented up to this stage, and I want to really take that to the next level, because we don't want to just launch a marketplace that also has some sort of exploit that was overlooked. And there's a really good opportunity to create a marketplace right now that becomes the safe haven for NFT projects. OpenSea already was struggling because it's Ethereum based, and Ethereum gas fees have just been rocking the ability for you to create an NFT project. I mean, you spend $100 in gas fees for a $20 NFT. That's insane. So even before this happened with OpenSea, there was some opportunity in the NFT marketplace space to build out utility that can compete with that market audience. And now this hack just really puts it into perspective that there is, are we recording, by the way? Because I don't want to miss that again, because there are people that were asking if we can record. Do we know? Anyone? Hello? I feel so alone.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
I think Calvin's working on it.
I'm working on it too, but please do it twice, so secure is secure.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want anyone to miss all of what we're about to say. So yeah, huge opportunity in the NFT marketplace side of things, and our utility development is going quite well. I'm sure you guys noticed we have had an issue with the BUSD rewards being distributed. Sven is actively working on that. So he's working on that, which is why if you're participating in the DApp beta, Sven has been working towards the solution for the BUSD distributor. So if you haven't seen too many updates on the DApp side of the house, it's because that infrastructure is a little bit more important to be focused right now. So in terms of utility, we have the NFT Marketplace coming along quite well. We have version 0.5 of the on-ramp looking to be finished and complete somewhere first to second week of March. And that would be version 0.5, which again is not an actual direct ramp, but what that would be is you'd be able to directly purchase BNB. And then you'd be able to swap it, and this would all be done through a singular interface, one singular widget. So that way, you know, if you say, hey, if you're interested in owning some Many Worlds tokens, you can go to the website and you just click the buy button, and all right there, all in the same app. You're not, you know, going here and then sending money there and then moving assets back and forth and then having to go to Pancake swap or something called PooCoin to try to eventually end up with the token. So that is still underway, looking to be finished somewhere around March. We're aiming for March 7th for that to be complete. I also have the same timeline for the completion of the NFT Marketplace, but I'm going to be completely honest. I need some help. So we're looking into bringing on more blockchain engineers. If there's anyone that's already in this project, if you are a developer, you know Solidity development or any Web3 development, please reach out, right? This is our project, all of us together. Could we just do it ourselves? Yeah, but could we do it faster with more people? Absolutely. So if anyone is looking to help participate and write some code, please let me know, because I certainly could use some help on these last components, especially the security side of things. Like security's always been really important to me. But after seeing what's going on in the world right now, it is paramount that if we're going to be an alternative to OpenSea, we need to make sure that we don't fall prey to the same issues they have. So I certainly would enjoy having more eyes and more programmers backing this up. And I would prefer them to be community members, truthfully. We could go hire, you know, a blockchain engineer or even somebody off of Fiverr, right, to just hire them on for a couple weeks of work. But I would prefer that that came from within the community first. I think that'd be more, it'd be more fun, first of all, to actually build on the same project together. But there's a little bit more stake, I suppose, where you know it's your project just as much as it is ours, so you're more keen to develop it correctly rather than collecting a quick paycheck for 4 weeks of work and then however it turns out, it is what it is. So yeah, let me know if you have any experience with Solidity. If you don't have Solidity, then also front end development could use some help on that, because I'm not a good front end developer. I could create the infrastructure, but man, I cannot create things. You should see the current state of the NFT marketplace. It's like all this cool functionality and then literally 4 buttons on a website.
I think it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that's pretty much the updates on the utility. We did want to talk about, as we have always said from the beginning, the idea here of what we're doing is to work with regulators. And you guys know, well, I guess some of you know, but we have talked in general chat that we have engaged with the legal team to help flush that out as well and make sure that we can survive not only crypto winter, but the crypto ban hammer regulation that is starting to come into play. And so far, to be completely honest and transparent, as we always are, it's difficult, really difficult and expensive for that to take place. So we're working through all the options, and that's just something that's going to take time as we work through. Tan, I don't know if you want to talk about in the meantime as we do that, or if you want me to keep going.
No, I think you covered it really well. That's exactly it. The challenge is that every government in the world, except for a handful, are trying to regulate this from a perspective of, well, how do we make them stop, or how do we make them kind of do things in a way that benefits us? So the more difficult challenge is there are existing regulations that we fall under, and then they're trying to bring out a bunch of new regulations, and no one really knows exactly what's going on yet. So the legal team is trying to navigate all of those waters. And until they kind of get that figured out, we are just hyper focused on helping them get there. So in addition to building out all of the things that we're working on, that's just one more thing on the task list. But yeah, Hooman, I think you're doing a great job. You want to tell them on what our plan is while we are kind of navigating that?
So one of the biggest things about regulation and what these regulators are going after is that they're going after these big kind of false promises projects, right? They're going after people that are running around spending 70% of their budget on marketing, and 20% is going back to the developers, and then 10% is being spent actually building the things that they're promising.
Right. And it's a good thing that's never been us.
Right. That's never been us. And I know a lot of you wish that was us, but with us being doxxed on the project, that can't be us, because we would be doing some things that would prove detrimental to not only ourselves, but the project as a whole. So it is more paramount now, more than ever, with all this incoming regulation and crypto winter really beginning. We have to be 100% utility focused. Utility. That's all we care about here. That's the only thing we care about here, is building projects, building products, and then, letting those products be used. For instance, I know, sheesh, my inbox is flooded with DMs from community members here and external, like Gorilla Pimp Squad, right? Like there are these NFT projects that are eagerly awaiting the NFT Marketplace so that they can open up on there. So building out that utility and doing all that is vital and paramount. Now, the part of that you may not like is we do need to kind of shift the way we've been acting, right? The way we've been acting on this project, where we've effectively been building out the utility, but we've also been, talking about this vision and talking about this cross metaverse vision and utility. While that is still the goal of many worlds, right? That's one of the utility we want to build. We really, really want to evade talking promises anywhere from a PR perspective, because think about PR right now, right? We put out an article, which is Tan or I doing an interview with Benzinga or whoever, talking about this big future of crypto and what the place for many worlds is going to be there. And then 17 more articles follow ours saying crypto winter has begun, government's regulating down, government's doing this is happening, that is happening, just this mountain of bad news. So that does two bad things for us. The first thing it does is it makes virtually any marketing attempts or any PR attempts get just bamboozled and pummeled by the negative news of crypto as a whole, right? Nobody is looking at those nice articles for a single project when there is just a mountain of bad news getting pushed across all these media platforms about what's going on. So even if, let's say, the NFT Marketplace, we want to do a PR piece on that. Someone searches NFTs, Marketplace, anything, they're going to be met with OpenSea, scammed, this, that, right? Hacked, whatever. And that doesn't do well for us. The other thing, aside from burying any PR, is that it does put us into that dangerous firing line that a lot of projects are about to be in with this oncoming regulation, where we're marketing this idea without delivering any of the utility. So moving forward on the project in this short near term.
Yeah, and just before you say that, like it takes away our flexibility, just because the way that these governments have been acting right now is they'll try to use everything against you. So we have to be careful about what we say and how we say it, because once we do, it takes away all flexibility for us to be strategic and bring the most benefit we can to the project. So that's kind of what Hooman is saying. That's why we have to be a little bit more mindful of what we say and how we say it. So I'm sorry to disturb you, Steve. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So moving forward, and I say moving forward because from the beginning, we've been a utility focused project. And it's always about utility. Even if you go back to when we first launched the project, you guys were sitting here in silence. You didn't even know the name of the project. And we just sat here and developed. Then once we launched, we were much more open about, you know, what we're doing, when we're doing it. We try to have this open line of communication between the community and the dev team. But that's proving to actually be kind of dangerous. That's something we need to start leaning away from. So we need to go back to what we did best, where we just build out utility. That's it. We build out utility. We build out things that people want to use. And we build out these novel things like a leveling system in tokenomics. I know it's easy for us to have the short-term crypto mindset, but we did deliver a smart contract that's never been done before, creating a leveling system with differing intrinsic value tokens. That's amazing. It is quick for us to move on to the next thing and be like, okay, yeah, we built this amazing thing, but when's the next amazing thing? Well, the reason we were able to build out that amazing thing as quickly and efficiently as we were is because that's what we were doing, right? We were silent. We weren't talking to the community frequently. We weren't marketing. We weren't doing these PR things. We weren't doing these bigger business level items. We were just developing. So moving forward on the project, we're going to change things up a little bit. And it's sad. There's a part of it that's sad because like I love the way we operate as a community. I really do. But as we've always said in the beginning, and I'm sure as everybody wants here, the health of the project is the most important thing of what we're doing. Every time, hands down, no matter what we want to happen, the health of the project needs to be priority. So I'm sure you see that Matt DeFox is up here. And Matt has been just absolutely incredible. And he's going to fulfill the role of community manager. And he's going to do that in a way that a lot of projects do, where you have the community and you have the community managers, and they have this direct line of communication with the devs to receive like product updates and things like that. But, you know, you don't have devs going out and leading something like the Bitforce, right? That's something we just can't be doing. It's something we shouldn't be doing. We should be focusing the utility, not only, again, to actually build that utility successfully, efficiently, and quickly, but also in the face of incoming regulation. That wouldn't be so great for the dev team to be more the face of marketing than the face of building and development. It's called a dev team for a reason. So Matt's been doing an excellent job. He's always had a strong heart, you know, in this community, and he's always been a large part of this community. But now, instead of it just being, you know, he was a community member that was going above and beyond, we want him to actually take up that mantle and basically run the Discord and run the community. So Matt, if you want to unmute, say a few things, then we can continue the discussion of how the rest of this is going to look moving forward.
Thank you very much. I wasn't nervous up until maybe about 5 minutes before, and I don't know why I'm nervous because I know everybody here. Sorry, I've got my mask on because I'm still at work at the moment. Hopefully one day that won't be a reality. But I just wanted to share with you guys a bit of my history. You know, as most of you know, I'm pretty new to the crypto space, but I've got a pretty strong background when it comes to communities and working with communities. I'm a past president of charity foundations locally. Most of you know I'm an island boy. Yeah, I just saw some of the gaps, and I kept harassing, you know, Tan and Human as a part of the Bitforce, and I realized, you know, we need a bit of organization, and I offered my help. And fortunately, you know, this is the Many Worlds team are always someone who are willing to listen, willing to adapt and evolve. And this is why I love this project. This is why I've always loved this team. The transparency is there, and they've wholeheartedly accepted where we've fallen short, and accepted, to continue our evolution, we need this organization. So I, have put my hand forward, and I just wanted to say, for anybody who's on the call today, I don't accept DMs on my Discord, and that's primarily for the safety of the Discord. But you can always reach out to me either on Twitter, or you can reach out to me, using the suggestion panel. I will always respond to you, or you guys know I'm always on general chat. And if anything we can do to improve, we will be doing that. And I'd like to share, we will be doing more things for the community as well, more game nights, more giveaways, and things like that, to engage everybody and keep everybody as a part of this community. But I'm really looking forward to working with everybody. I'm still meeting a lot of the people on the teams as well. So forgive me, but I am going to be reaching out to different stakeholders, and getting a good feel for Many Worlds from the internal side, and then I'm going to be that link for the community, because you guys know me. I'm a part of the community. I've been here from day one, and I'm going to be sharing what I can. And all of the leaks will be coming out. But I think that's enough from me. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them as well.
Yeah, and Matt's like the perfect missing link that we've needed the entire time. So this is going to bring a lot of positive to the project, and I'm really excited to have him on board.
Absolutely. I couldn't express more. From the beginning, our dev team has ambition is probably a small word to be describing what we're trying to do here and the things we're trying to build. But through everything that we've done, the community itself has kind of suffered for that, and that sucks, because this is a community project. Like, it sucks that the community had to be the part of the link that kind of got left behind. And I promise, guys, it's not because we don't want to. It's that the health of the project will always be the priority, and the community is a very important part of the health of a project. But being able to do it all, being able to manage a community, being able to develop the utility, being able to look in the face of these regulations and see what next steps need to be taken, being able to do all of these things, build out business relationships, maintain those relationships, look into partnerships. It's a lot. It's a real lot. I spend 90% of my day writing code now, just because I'm helping fill some of those holes that we have here. And because I love it. I love programming. I thoroughly enjoy writing code. So don't let me talk about that like that's a problem. I really love the work I'm doing on the marketplace. So having Matt is like, yeah, it's perfect. It's that one missing link that we needed. That being said, though, just know that being able to reach us as the dev team, go through Matt first, please. I know that sucks, because one of the coolest parts of this project is you can just at any of us in the chat anytime, and you can still do that, and we'll be able to respond. But it really is in the best interest of the project, not only for the deployment of utility, but in the face of regulators and all of these other items, if the dev team is focused on utility and has that link to the community via a community manager. I know we're small enough that that's not really necessary, but as always, we're using foresight. We're looking forward, and we're doing our best to stay ahead of the curve. Although that curve is interesting with the amount of curveballs that have happened since this year started. So, yeah, I think that's about it in the way things are moving forward. So moving forward, if you have anything from any angle, there is no, oh, that's what Sven's working on, or oh, that's what Human's working on, or oh, you need to bring that to the social media team. So you talk to no, it's Matt. It's Matt. You want to suggest something, you see a problem, you want to build out a new application for Many Worlds, whatever you want to do, go to Matt, and Matt will be that connector to the appropriate party. And again, just plugging it again, I definitely could use some more developers to help me out. like for real. So if you know any Solidity developers or front end devs, let me know, because we could build it either way, but I really don't want to have to work 18 hours a day, solo doloing it. So yeah, if you know any of those folks or you are yourself, let me know. Aside from that, moving forward, like I said, we have all this kind of same infrastructure as before, except now we have Matt here. And then in terms of the utility rollout, I already went over that in terms of the timeline. And then I guess marketing. Marketing is another aspect to talk about. So when it comes to marketing, everyone's always asking, like, when are we going to start marketing? When are we going to? Well, we have been marketing, right? Tan doesn't appear in magazines, and I don't have conversations with Benzinga, Hacker Noon, or Cointelegraph without marketing occurring, right? But equating marketing to an increase in price is something you got to not think about, right? Because that's not how marketing works in the real world. That may be how crypto marketing works, but we're not doing crypto marketing. And if we were to do crypto marketing, that needs to be a community-driven effort because of all the regulation things we were just talking about, right? That's not something the dev team can be actively spending time or money on promoting a token in the traditional sense, because that's going to set us up for trouble down the road. So our version of marketing needs to be the traditional conversation about utility that we are delivering. And if people ask what's on the roadmap, what's the plans, we can talk about that. But we don't want that to be a reason for people to go out and buy the token, right? People should be buying the token because of the utility that exists. And right now, no utility exists. So it wouldn't be good for us to promote, hey, you should buy this token that's a utility token, but there is no utility for you to use it, right? And that's what we're really trying to avoid. So we can have these bigger conversations. So yeah, if you see, well, I don't know what I was going to say there, actually. So I'm just going to stop there. Tan, do you have anything you want to elaborate on with all that?
No, I think you touched on all the points. Like, we're just bringing it back to the good old days where all we did is develop and put our best into it. So, and we did that well. So that's kind of what we're going to go back to. And Matt's going to help us fill that gap that we've really always needed to fill. But I think the best way to end this AMA is to have some questions. And Matt can lead that charge. Matt, you want to take it away?
Sure. I started collating some questions coming from the AMA. One of the first questions was from V6 Rhymes. Just give me 1 second, pull it up real quick. That Matt, the ETH account as well is me, so don't ban that account, please. So I think it might have been answered, but will a larger marketing campaign begin before the fiat to many solution delivery?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been getting DMs about that. I think there was something a little bit confusing from my last announcement. When we talked about the fiat to many solution delivery, I was not talking about the full version, right? We're not talking about the full thing that's like 6 months out, because truthfully, the full version is going to have more customers than many, right? That's a full on-ramp into DeFi from fiat. The portion that is being used and many will benefit from is the portion that will allow a direct on-ramp from fiat directly into many. That still is probably, I don't know, a handful of months out. Version 0.5 is that first on-ramp, right? That's that very first portion that's going to be built in March. And that allows anyone to say, hey, check out Many Worlds. You can buy it directly on their website. So that's going to be early March that's done. And that's when we were talking about with the larger marketing campaign. That's when that would begin. However, because of all this new regulatory concerns that are coming up, we don't want to begin any large marketing until there is actual effective utility. Being able to purchase a token does not constitute utility of said token, right? Just being able to acquire it doesn't give you, that's not a utility, right?
But the NFTs will be.
Right. The NFTs, the NFT Marketplace, the customization platform, even sections from the D app. If we're going to, I don't want to talk too much about this, but we are building out some token gated areas.
Oh, some of them know because I screwed up. Matt
Thanks,
had a
Dan.
thing on Telegram, and like I dropped in there, and I was like, I'm just gonna spill the beans, so I did.
Perfect. Okay, so to just spill the beans, I guess for everybody then is
No, don't spill the beans for everyone. They weren't there. The people who were there know, and that's everyone else is gonna have to wait until either Matt hosts another one of those or we announce it.
fair enough. I like that. Yeah, Matt is well within his purview to spill beans that he knows of. So
Matt can tell what he wants to tell and hold back what he wants to hold back. But I think, if you didn't show up, then you didn't show up and you didn't get it. But it's some exciting shit.
So show up to Matt's
Maybe this is a
community
chance for us, a shameless plug for this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:30 UTC, or Saturdays 2 p.m. 7 p.m. It's happening every week. I'm out there. If you have any questions about it, I'm more than happy to answer. While I think about a human, I do have some community-driven marketing that we're doing as well, so I'll be happy to share that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And that's the other thing too. Matt isn't just taking on some role of like I don't know, it's not just a Discord role, right? He's the community manager. He's the direct line between the dev team and the community at this stage. So if you want beans, those beans are coming from Matt. So if Matt has a community night, you should probably go to it, because who knows? Maybe if you get him drunk enough, he'll say everything. I don't know. So that's really cool. Okay. So I think we answered that question then. Yeah. So in terms of marketing, a lot of marketing, it just needs to be community driven until some of our utility is rolled out, right? If we want to survive crypto winter and regulatory onslaught, we got to do this the right way. We have to. So yeah, anything. Now the community, you guys could say whatever the hell you want, right? You're not doxxed. You're not anything. You could make memes. You can do whatever the heck you want, right? That's more than okay. But that's things that we as a dev team, we have to do everything by the book, the correct way. And that's kind of where we're at, right? So community, feel free to do whatever you want. Dev team, we're going to do things slowly in the right way forever and ever, as always. I think that answers that question. So we can go on to the next question.
Sure. And just so you guys know, we are becoming hyper-focused at the Bitforce for TikTok videos. And we're also going to be working alongside with Many Worlds about actually getting, some active posting happening from our TikTok on the Many Worlds. So that's some things that everybody can kind of look forward to. It'll be opportunities for people to duet if they're, TikTokers, or share. And a lot more content's going to be coming with that. And I'm really looking forward to that, because it does appear that TikTok is one of the strongest tools for us to get trending. And we have some people who are super phenomenal from within the community who have shown some interest in that area. So I'm looking forward to sharing some more of that by the end of this week.
And this is why we have you, Matt, because honestly, like some of those TikTok collaborations, they were the best thing we ever did for, I guess we should say, project awareness, right? And I think you leading the charge and kind of expanding upon TikTok more than we did is exactly why you're here. And that's exactly why I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you. All right. So the next question was from Seamat. What is the plan if Bitcoin falls to 10,000 and we do enter a official winter?
You're going 10?
Yeah, look, we don't care what Bitcoin is going to cost because crypto winters are going to come, right? We don't know what severity it'll come in. Bitcoin to 10,000 is, it's possible, but who knows how deep it'll go. And what we do care about is giving people utility that they need in the crypto world, right? Because what comes after winter? People are always going to come back. And when they come back, they need ways to come back efficiently. They need it to be cost effective. They need it to be easy, user friendly. we're going to give them all of those tools. So we honestly, if crypto winter comes, I'm excited for it. That gives us time to continue exploring other things that consumers need and build those solutions out and make sure that we can build them out and have them ready. So yeah, I think the founder of Ethereum said the same thing. If crypto winter is going to come, it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. In times like this is where, when everything's hype, projects are rushing, trying to get aboard that hype. Kind of like how we launched, right? There was a lot of excitement with BUSD rewards toward the end of the year. A lot of people talking about that kind of stuff. And we ran as quickly as we could, right? We delivered that smart contract relatively quickly. So in the times of crypto winter, that is time for us to just focus on building and not worry about anything. I'm also going to say something that will make a lot of you probably quite upset with me. But if there's one thing that you've learned about myself and the rest of the dev team here, is we will always be honest, open, and transparent, even if it's not the greatest thing to say. And I'll tell you this, take Bitcoin's price out. I don't care about our price. I don't give a shit where Many Worlds is trading at all. I care about the utility. That's it. And that is so important for everyone to understand. As dev team members on the project, our job, we are not investor relations. We are not here to drive a price up or down in any way, shape, or form. We are here to develop utility. And we are not developing utility with the intent of increasing the price. We are developing utility with the intent of making our token more usable. That's it. So any questions that are ever about price, if you want some hopium, you won't get it from me. I will tell you I don't care at all about what the price is doing. I care about the utility.
Yeah, and listen, that's what we're all about, right? We're all about trying to build out these solutions that people need. And if those solutions are well utilized, and if they are, if they're effective enough and affordable enough, then people will rely on it. And that's what we're here to provide.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially moving forward, guys. Like, I can't explain enough. Keep up with the news about what's going on with regulation across the world. It is important more now than ever that our focus is just building out utility. So yeah, if you guys, if you are concerned about the price, you can do something about that. If we as a dev team are concerned about the price, we can't and shouldn't do anything about that. We can, however, talk about the utility that we are delivering and the utility that we plan on delivering. I just saw When Tattoo. So before we go to the next question, I want to address that. Kind of bad news, guys. The inked.com, they wanted to do kind of like a duetted type of thing, but our following isn't big enough for them. That they appear to be social media whores. So they kind of looked into, yeah. So I guess there is good news there, though. The good news is there is no more delaying it, right? The entire purpose of me not getting this tattoo yet is because there was a bigger PR opportunity to get the tattoo. That has now fallen away. So nothing with ink.com is happening, which means I can go get this tattoo as early as tomorrow. So as community members, please help me brainstorm, because right now the only thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to get the contract address on my arm. I'm going to go get the contract address, and that's it. So if there is someone more clever, you think I could do something a little bit better, mind you, Many Worlds is not paying for this. So if you think of something super intricate, some sort of really intricate, oh, my bit could be riding a unicorn over the Ethereum blockchain because it's taken over it or whatever, I just can't afford that. So, yeah, if you do have any ideas about how to keep it simple, something that I can afford, remember I've been full-time on this since last year, and I'm sure you can see I've not been making an income from that. So nice and simple, but I am free to go get this tattoo now, because there is no waiting, right? There's no waiting. So if you got ideas, let me know. And we could go into the next questions as I read through these. Everyone wants me to you guys just want me to be a walking billboard, you friggin'. I love you guys.
We did have a question from
You should
Gustav
just
Valentine.
sell your
but you
body
sort of
parts.
answered.
You should sell the tattoo rights to all your body parts.
Yeah, I should. 2,000 BNB for my entire forearm. You can put whatever you want there.
It's just gonna be a bunch of dicks.
Matt, what did you say? You had a question?
I think you've covered off the last two questions we had. Luckbox had a question. How can we receive feedback about the beta testing? I'm not sure if that was covered off.
Yes.
So that we know to go and test again.
I wish. Is Sven in here? Sven, can you come up and give an update?
He can't come up.
He still can't come up.
Nah.
That's okay. Sven, do you want to provide like a text update in general chat? And that way everyone can kind of read it?
He's raising his hand again, man. I invited you to speak. You could try.
That was me that tried to raise him. Sorry.
Okay.
I can't even drag on this thing, so.
How incredibly annoying. So here's the thing, just so you guys get a little bit more clarity on the infrastructure of the way things are organized right now. Sven is on the D app and the website. And Tan is kind of in the middle where he can help with content, but Tan's not a programmer. So, and then from my end, I have nothing to do with the D app. I am full on development of the NFT Marketplace. That's all I've been working on. That's all I do. I haven't even really seen the D app code. Like I have access to it, but I haven't looked through it to see how it's working. So questions about the D app and things like that, they gotta go through Sven right now. I can get myself caught up to speed on what's going on there and try and help him out there because I know he's carrying a lot of stuff right now. But that does take time away from the marketplace if I were to focus over there. So if you do have questions about the D app and beta testing, it has to go through Sven, which is why I wish we could get him up here to just give an update on that.
What I could do is just bring everyone to the general and Sven can talk real quick. We could just shove everyone in general and Sven can talk really quickly.
I don't even know if Sven's fully here right now, to be honest.
No, he's here. He's just can't go up. I don't know what's going on. I already checked Discord. It's nothing to do with Discord.
What the heck?
Haven't a clue.
Okay, so we'll try and get an update out of Sven for you guys about the D app progress. And just so you know, I'm in the same boat, right? I'm closer to a beta tester for that, right? I've done my beta testing. I filled out my form and I sent it over to Sven. So yeah, this is why I was saying if you're a programmer, a developer, and you want to get your hands dirty, even if it's front end, a Solidity programmer would be sick to have another Solidity programmer on board. So if you know Solidity, come on in, wreck my DMs. But that's why, everyone's just really spread thin, trying to build out a bunch of things at the same time. So yeah, I guess we won't be getting an update out of Sven right now, but I promise I will do my best to try to get an update for you guys from that end. So in the meantime, what other questions?
In general chat to kind of fill everyone in.
Yeah, guys, just harass them, to be honest. All right, so what other questions did we have? Did we get through the questions? Let me scroll back up. I don't know, Matt, if you're...
Yeah, I think we did cover off most of the questions. There does seem to be a bit of consensus that maybe we can put together like a fan art competition for your tattoo. Whether it's, graphic designed or otherwise. I think that might be a really cool cool way to get everybody involved, and maybe we can have a vote at the end on what your tattoo is going to be.
I love that.
I love that as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Let's do it. Yeah, if you want to organize that, Matt, heck yeah, let's get some cool stuff. That'd be really cool.
Right on. That's our first fan art competition. How about that, guys?
Steve, you should give them the dimensions so they know what to work with.
Well, I don't know how.
Pick a body part.
See, I want to just do it on my arm. I think my arm is...
Yeah, literally just take a ruler and measure out where you want it to be.
You know what's cool? I'm going to take a picture of this finalized, and it's going to trade on the Nft Marketplace as well. It's going to cost 10,000 Ethereum.
Why you make it your butt cheek? Just please. Do it.
I have such a pretty butt. I really don't want to ruin it.
It's already been agreed. That's where it's going.
What did you just say? Ruin it? Ruin it with the many logo?
How about I shave my head and I do it on the top of my head?
Jesus Christ.
Don't want to have to censor too much of the conversation on YouTube, guys.
Right.
Good point.
Okay, cool. So that's all the other questions, right? It's just about figuring out the tattoo. We are free and clear to go now too. So like, don't yell at me if I don't have a tattoo yet. If we're doing it as a fan art thing, you guys need to draw faster, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know that. Oh, so dude, Many Worlds. Okay, here's the thing. Many Worlds is the first contract, right? But there's a contract for the minter. There's a contract for the marketplace. There's going to be smart contracts littered across all these projects. So yeah, I kind of want a sleeve that's just based on everything that has ever been deployed to the chain, because that's badass.
I don't think you get to decide anymore, though.
I don't think I get to. I'm just giving some hopes. Like, just keep in mind that I do eventually want this whole arm to be.
Don't listen to him.
Cool. Is anyone raising their hand? Is there any other questions, concerns? Bring it up now, guys, because truthfully, this is likely going to be one of the last AMAs that we do as a dev team, right? Like, think about that structure we're talking about now, and think about what we're trying to do in terms of the, staying in line with regulations and making sure we do this by the book. Us having Matt be the direct connect is going to limit our communication with the community, which is really, really sad. But it's we gotta do what we gotta do, folks.
But it doesn't have to be sad, right? Because this is all for the health of the project. And, there's going to be more people getting involved, which is a good thing. There's Matt. There's going to be, I'm sure Matt's going to need help. He's going to bring in his own team, and we'll be a bigger team than we were before.
That's true. That's true. I just like being able to just go into general chat and just say whatever the heck I want with everyone and spill beans.
I'm secretly happy it's harder for you to do that now.
I don't know if you're secretly happy. Pretty sure you're very glaringly obvious happy. Yeah, and that's true, Bits, because it's not like we're disappearing, right? It's just, it is similar to before we launched, right? Before we launched, I mean, it was just us developing. That's it. So, yeah. How do we get all those sweet spills? By harassing Matt. Poor Matt. Matt has no idea what he signed up for at this stage. You want beans spilled? You go to Matt. You need to focus what's going on with the business? You go to Matt. You want to talk about the development? You go to Matt. Hey, what's up, Mr. R? Absolutely crushing it. Love your content, my man. Love what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Well, I just wanted to hop on here and, wanted to thank you guys as a dev team for everything you guys have done so far for the community. We're always here as the community to help out as much as possible, but since this is maybe one of the last AMAs, I just wanted to say thanks for everything you guys have done.
Aw, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. We're going to continue. We're going to continue. Structures change. People pivot. Companies pivot because, you know, they have to in order to make the best out of everything that's going on. But just because things are going to be operated a little bit differently doesn't mean we have to be sad about it. It's but you're definitely right. It's like the end of an era, but a beginning of the new one.
Yeah,
And it
like,
doesn't mean we can't still get utility updates from the team. So, you know, it's
that'll
more
definitely be
just a
happening still.
structurized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm probably going to be leveraging, you know, my relationships with Human and Tan and bringing them up on stage to talk about those things. It's just as they are indicating, you know, that the regulation makes communicating very, very destructive if you know, it's determining the price movement and everything like that. I get exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah, like at any time we're asked to address the price or what we're going to do to move the price, that puts us in a very dangerous position as a dev team. We have to strategically navigate certain questions and answers, and that's,
you know, the answers you're looking for are still going to be out there. They're just not going to be out there in the same exact way that they have in the past. So worry not, you'll still have your answers. They'll just be you'll just get them in a different way. And you know, we're quickly approaching a scenario where governments will work really, really hard to regulate the DeFi space as much as they can, which, think about that, DeFi and regulation, right? We want to be that project that's not afraid of that happening, you know? And to get there, we just have to make sure that we take these steps. So these are necessary steps, but I just want to assure everyone it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
yeah. Agreed. And it is, Hibiscus said it really well too. It really is a good sign. It means that we're growing. And it is good. But yeah, so you have Matt to absolutely harass. He'll be organizing the community, doing a much better job than us anyways, to be completely truthful. Like, honestly, like, I'm not a community manager. Tan's not a community manager. Like, none of us are good at this side anyways, right? Even if we had our full-time, undivided attention towards the community, we probably wouldn't do a great job anyways, because that's not what we're good at, right? This is a team. This is a community project, and you know, people doing what they're good at is what this thing needs. So, yeah. If there's any other questions, we could answer those. But just know, you know, this is a team now, right? You have dev team and you have community, one family, one love. So I like that. I like the way that looks. I like the way that looks, and I like the way that operates. If it's almost treated as though it's one big family with like two sub families, I really like that. So yeah, closing notes for me, again, developer, I'll say it over and over and over again. If you know Solidity, get your ass into my DMs. I'm writing some really cool stuff on the marketplace. I need some tweaks, especially from a security mindset. If you're a cybersecurity person, or if you've seen attacks on different projects and you can think up different attack vectors, hit me up, because I want to test the living crap out of this marketplace before it goes live. It could go live right now, guys. It would be ugly. It would have an ugly front end, but it's functional. This is a functional marketplace. I could launch it right now. Well, let's not do that, right? Let's get more community eyes. You know, I came over from Red Hat. I'm a big fan of open source development. So come on in. I'll bring you into the code base, walk you around what I've done so far and what still needs to be done. Help me bang out some of these tasks. And from the front end side, you know, I really, dear God, I'm trash at front end. Not spam. Oh, Walter, bro. Yo, yeah, bro. Oh, you did DM me. All right, not spam. Yeah, bro. If you have some time and bandwidth, I'm gonna give you a phone call after this. Cause yeah. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Cool. Any other questions? Anything else? I love you guys. I know that much. You know, two things for me. Human's in desperate need of more developers. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating a lot of this, you know, solo dolo, which is heavy. It's a heavy ask. Tattoo. I'm very excited to see what goes on with Matt and this community. What's it called? Contest.
More.
I don't know. Art. What's it called?
Yeah,
We have given
Fan
it a
art
name in
competition.
the-
or
There
something
you
like
go.
that.
There you
Yeah.
go. Matt.
That. Excited to see you guys come up with that. Whenever that ends, I'll go get the tattoo because there is no more waiting for inked, which is kind of sad, but whatever. At least I get to go get inked now. Aside from that, 2 AMAs, right? We said likely we're not going to. We wanted to do these bi-weekly AMAs, right? And then between the last AMA and this AMA, all this happened.
Matt. Yeah, but you know, we still have AMAs. It's just they're going to be
Matt's gonna lead 'em.
structured and led by Matt.
Yep.
So we can let Matt kind of tell the community how he wants to run that side of it.
Right, Matt, and you're still good with the bi-weekly AMAs, correct?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to the community and see what's the best timing. Because obviously, like I'm doing it during a lunch hour right now. But yeah, whatever the community wants, I will work with them and make it happen.
Awesome. Anything else? I'm like kind of dragging this out just because I know it's a different era now. So if anyone has anything else, closing remarks, anything of that nature.
Yeah, it's just I've always been very, very happy to be here, and I really hope that we can continue to make you guys proud. So hopefully we can all meet up again in another AMA in the future and discuss everything that we've accomplished.
Heck yeah. And this is nerd stuff. I need you nerds. Come on, developers, join me. Let's build sick stuff. And
All right, but if there are no other questions, Human, I'll leave it to you. I think you should be the one to kind of close out this episode of the AMA series, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so just to quickly summarize, we're doing our best, as always, to maintain the health of the project. And that comes with us making some pivots, making some changes that are probably a good thing. That being said, Matt, I'm very excited to be running and managing the community. So if you have community things in mind, you've probably blown up my DMs or Tan's DMs or Sven's DMs. You've probably DM'd the ever-living hell out of any of the dev members, and we never got around to doing what you wanted us to do from a community standpoint. Now you have Matt, and you don't got to worry about that. So any disconnect you may have had with us as a dev team managing this community, just know we suck at managing communities. That's just really hasn't been in our wheelhouse. So now you have someone that is ready, willing, and capable of doing that. So please, if you have ideas for the community as a whole, community growth, hop into DMs with Matt and let's get that going. If you do want a closer tie-in on the dev team, well, we're all about utility. So if you're a developer, come on in, and you'll be working with me every single day. So love you guys very much. Looking forward to see what you come up with the tattoo. I know I'm really making this sound like a goodbye, but that's just me being like this really overly emotional guy that it's crazy seeing this project. You know, I'm so proud of what we've done so far, and it's just really a beautiful thing. So it's not a goodbye. We're going to be doing the bi-weekly AMAs led by Matt, and I know he's going to pull us up to the stage anyways, and people are going to DM me, and I'm going to say yeah anyways, and it is what it is. I'm just a weirdo. So love you all. Excited to see what's next. And if you have any questions, well, I guess we already did the questions part. So let's bring this all over to General. Take care.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see y'all there. Take care.
All right, so we'll see you guys next. When is it? On the 7th of March, we're gonna have the next AMA. Hopefully, you know, guys, hit me up. You'll get all of the ways to hit me up on and with any of your suggestions, and we're gonna keep building it up. And we'll also have transcripts of the AMA today. So if any of your friends are asking about how the AMA was. Once I get a copy of the recording, I have a partial copy of the recording. I didn't get to start recording right away. I was creating another bot. And we'll also have the YouTube videos as usual as well. I'll touch base with Pizza and make sure that happens. So you guys can always expect, what we've done before and hopefully building on all of that. And that's what I'm looking forward to doing, building it with all of you as a part of the Many Worlds community and keeping that link strong between the dev team and ourselves.
What?
Thanks for the hype, Calvin. I really needed that because I can't yell at work.
Yeah, no, you're okay, buddy.